Welcome everyone. It is Sandra Alexei, and I'm from my personal muse. The link to my website is underneath in the Show Me section. Actually, I'm an evolutionary astrologer. I'm a numerologist. I'm an author. This is one of my latest books. You can go on my website and you can see it. I'm going to have a big promotion when my new website comes out also for it. So now we're going to talk about September. Right now, the energies are very, very active in the cosmos. We're entering eclipse season, lots of shifts and changes. Okay. And so we're going to start today. And I'd appreciate it if you would share, if you put a comment. And I also have a Facebook, and people like to print it off because it gives them the actual dates and everything also. So if you want to go there too. Anyway. We are already experiencing eclipse season and is about releasing past habits, patterns, habits, and ego. It's a spiritual rebirth and opening to the new. We also see the consequences of the eclipses up to 6 months after the eclipse. Years ago, when I was in Denver, Colorado, at an ISAR conference doing my ethics and counseling skills exams with ISAR, a wise European woman gave me an awakening. She challenged me on what I really knew about the nodes and how I needed to understand the nodes. Wow, that was a huge shift for me. I've been doing this for over 50 years, Dave. The nodal axis, personally in a natal chart, and the transiting nodal axis became one of my passions. As an evolutionary soul astrologer, I get to sense personally and collectively the type of experiences you encounter on the world stage and how you personally are affected. Okay. And but first let's talk, what are these nodes? I personally follow universal cycles, like the cycles of the moon, and the nodal axis shifts. Having experienced how it works for me and my clients, it has become my astrology for the soul. When I look at an individual astrology chart, I tend to first notice the position of the north and south nodes of the moon by sign and by house. Then I get to unravel the specific nodal axis we're collectively working with. So it's from karma to dharma. The nodes are celestial points, nodes of destiny, the two halves of our karmic journey. How often do the nodes change signs? The transiting nodes awaken us as to what's happening or going on in your life and in the collective for the next approximately 19 years or 18 years, 7 months and 9 days to be exact, which means collectively and personally, we have a personal north nodal return. Everybody does every 18 to 19 years, which stokes new desires and appetites, actually puts you on your next path your soul wants to embark on. While the opposite, the south nodal reversal, is the same every 18 to 19 years, with seams of letting go and releasing, especially after you've tried something and realized it wasn't really right for you. Now, the nodes have to do with spiritual or soul lessons that we personally and collectively, we can see what's happening in the world, can encounter during this lifetime. The nodes are where the path of our soul development intersects with the path of our physical experiences. The lunar nodes in astrology correspond with the moon and the eclipses. The nodes reveal our collective karmic and dharmic path. To really work with and experience the nodes, we must become consciously aware of our spirituality, our soul connection, and our connection and alignment with the universe and the divine. We must accept that we came here with a lesson that we chose to work on in this lifetime, and we must be ready to ask what that lesson may be. To me, the nodal axis is our spiritual path. It acts as a spiritual compass, pointing us in the right direction. Okay. Eclipses bring sudden beginnings and endings because the nodes stir up fate and karmic patterns. The nodes of the moons are not planetary bodies. They're points formed by the moon's orbit around the Earth, intersecting with the Earth's path around the sun. The nodes are always exactly 180 degrees apart, and the direction is counterclockwise. The north node, we call it the ascending node, closest to the North Pole, while the south node's descending node is closest to the South Pole. The nodes represent a symbolic meeting of the sun and moon, which astrologically relate to the spirit, the sun, and fortune, the moon. of body and soul. When the nodes come back around to where they were when you were born, you're either having a nodal return or a nodal reversal. New cycles and destined relationships are in the future as we prepare for the eclipses and the nodal axis shift. So from July 17th, 2023 until January 11th, 2025, we're experiencing the North Node Aries with the South Node Libra. It returned after 18 years. So what was happening in your life from December 26, 2004 to June 22nd, 2006? Because it did affect you, even if you don't have the return and the reversal. And from April 6, 1986 to December 2nd, 1987, the same North Node Aries and South Node Libra would have been experienced in a specific house in your personal astrology chart. So if you have a sun sign Aries, a moon sign Aries, or a rising Aries, or a sun sign Libra, moon sign Libra, or rising Libra, this will affect you. Remember, we all have these particular signs in our personal astrology chart, and they will affect your specific house placement. What we have been doing, personally and collecting, we're encouraged to embrace the Mars Aries North Node energy of authenticity, sovereignty, and emotional honesty as we embrace our individual identity and do not give our power away. Once boundaries are defined, we let go of the Venus Libra South Node energy of wanting to please, trying to maintain peace, because Venus Libra does not like disharmony and does not want to upset others. Finding the balance is key. So look at the world collectively and your own life. You as the observer are required to be honest with you. Are you finally ready to be aligned with your true soul destiny? Why now? Maybe because of the process of ascension and the awakening to your soul. The Aries, Mars ruled, Libra, Venus ruled, nodal axis is all about developing a sense of self, a sense of identity within the collective consciousness. Why now? Well, since 2008, Pluto in Capricorn has been deconstructing and revealing truth. We've had a spiritual war of dark and light. The Aries Libra nodal axis teaches us to develop our individual identity and maintain it in relationships with others. So there's no codependency, no control over, no mind control, no energy vampires or parasites. Plus, we're moving into the age of enlightenment, Aquarian higher consciousness. Since Pluto, the transformative planet, has been in Capricorn, totally deconstructing and revealing truth. So get ready on November the 19th, 2024, because Pluto moves into Aquarius until 2044. Beautiful. Higher consciousness ruled by the planet Uranus. Now, this is some excellent South Node Libra questions to ask yourself. When did you pay too high a price for peace? When have you compromised too much? When did you indulge in polite dishonesty? When did you smile outwardly, yet your heart was bleeding inwardly? The nodes are always in opposite astrological signs and astrological houses. South Node encompasses past life blessings, gifts, and also represents unresolved karma that's ripened, so it's time to deal with it. The North Node is having you see and will give you an antidote and the courage as you are ready to bring forth your Dharma, representing an integration of our past life's gifts and learnings, learning how to express ourselves in a new way. Wow. It also reveals the shadow work that society and we individually must deal with together in order to evolve. The North Node shows the new direction we need to head in together. It represents humanity's lessons that we're here to learn. It's like a new language we're learning to speak. So we started getting the feel of the new nodal axis, the North Node, Pisces, and South Node, Virgo, with the first full moon lunar eclipse at 25 degrees of Pisces on September 17th, 18th. You're to see what house is visiting in your chart. I've done a video on this already. As the moon shines a bright light, eliminating the ways in which you may be neglecting your dreamy imagination. Time to tune in with unseen current messages for you. Remember that full moons are very emotional, and being an eclipse, it's energy on steroids. Okay, observe what comes up. Then again, on October the 2nd, we're going to experience the new moon South Node eclipse at 10 degrees of Libra. I'll have a special post and video for that. Then on August the 17th, we have a full moon at 25 degrees of Aries. The following eclipses, as they complete their transition from Aries Libra polarity into Pisces Virgo polarity. Okay, so March 14th, 2025, total lunar south node eclipse, 23 degrees of Virgo. March 29th, 2025, the partial solar north node eclipse, new moon at 9 degrees of Aries. September 7th, 2025, total lunar node eclipse at 15 degrees Pisces. September 21st, 2025, the partial south node lunar south node, just wait, I've got to spend south node solar eclipse at 29 degrees. That's a critical degree. Now, the Virgo Pisces axis is known as the axis of service and the axis of matter and spirit. So it's about finding the balance between our physical world and our true spiritual identity. We must discover how to bring spirit into matter and matter into spirit. Okay, the Virgo energy symbolizes daily service within your immediate environment, help and contribution. Pisces represents transcendent spiritual service that goes beyond personal benefit. The Pisces Virgo axis invites us to perceive chaos and order as a polarity. So the universe exists in a constant state of chaos and order. Virgo and Pisces are both mutable signs and are concerned with healing and completion, and ultimately with perfection and improvement. Virgo operates on the physical plane, while Pisces operates on the spiritual plane. While we incarnated on Earth, we must continually work to find the point of balance between our physical world and our true spiritual identity. We must discover how to bring spirit into matter. One of the really good things is I always say, look at the number 8. So when I touch my body, I'm the bottom part of the 8, and the top part of the 8 is my non-physical, that's in the spiritual. Big shifts and changes. So with your North Node in Pisces, you are to learn to focus, ground your emotions, and compassionately connect with your unconscious. Line with the divine, as this is what you are to be learning and bringing. You're to be releasing the South Node in Virgo, which is a never-ending search for perfection and becoming too overly critical, with an obsession for details, which can result in a loss of perspective that make any real progress and improvements difficult. I'd suggest you print this off and save it with the next article. There's going to be 3. I do hope something resonates with you. So much love and many blessings. And enjoy September. And check out my website.